Brendar. Hi, Brenda Star. Brenda Star. Look at how she looked in that little barn jacket, which is today's special value, and those beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she's wearing those pants, but
Okay, you ready?
and she's in
We're
the
going to talk about the
boots,
boots.
girl.
Guys,
She's in the boots.
the boots. First of all,
I
it's
am
so
so
refreshing to
excited
see
about
Isaac
these.
bring back a riding boot because, you know, all things have their waves and their trends and their moments of high and then they're kind of, you know, fall into the background. We have just not seen Isaac riding boots, certainly not a plethora of them, frankly, any of them, for a really long time. And these are killer. They are leather.
These are just divine.
You're going to choose whether you want the medium calf or the wide calf. And here's why they're killer in both the black leather and the cognac. Full zip on the inside to get into them. All of this is stretch. So this is an entire stretch back panel. Not to mention,
and look at the look of it too.
I know, hardware detail. And in the black, I think that stretch panel looks even cooler.
So divine. Me too.
I mean, it's
so
these
divine.
are great.
These are so cute. These are so cute.
Don't you think they're perfect with the barn jacket? It's the whole look.
Yes,
buddy.
I do.
It's the whole look.
The whole look. I mean, and also, by the way, these are quite tall. Like, you know, they're not going to ever be uncomfortable, but they're tall. They're not like the kind of average sort of height boots. So this is going to really lengthen everything. And if you have like a heavy calf, go for the extra, you know, the wide calf. This is like a couture boot, right? I just want to talk about the styling of it for a second, because I feel like the inspiration, when you talk about equestrian, when you talk about like this idea of like a 19th century kind of like a men's riding style that has been adapted for a woman, like usually you don't get the kind of comfort that you get from the boots that I make. And the women that are at home who have some of my boots know how incredibly comfortable I make my boots. First of all, the cut of the boot, the roominess of that toe box is just so incredibly, and the elegance. It's not just this big, giant toe box. There's an elegance to it, right? Also, I do love the faceting of the toe box. You notice that. That's also very traditional, classic, like riding boot. And then that beautiful kind of like, you know, decorative buckle on the heel that I think is just so unexpected and something that you wouldn't necessarily expect from, you know, like your average riding boot. These are not average. And then that incredible stretch panel in the back, which gives it such a, also like at once a very classic look and a very contemporary look, you know, like it looks fresh, but it also looks like, look at all those paintings of riders from like the 19th century with, you know, it has like they made boots with like Bemberg, like leather boots, like Bemberg back, you know? That's what this is reminding me of, the different like textures of like that gorgeous kind of cognac leather and then the cognac kind of stretch material. I just love that incredible kind of contrast. I just think it's so classic, and also it looks like fresh and new to me, you know? Not least of all, you're getting that stretch, the comfort of the stretch, but on top of that, it's just so good looking.
I mean, it's so good looking. Brenda's in the black. I love the stretch panel at the back. Because first of all, without that, you typically either are too tight or so much roominess that you can almost fit your entire hand down into the shaft of the boot. So the beauty of a stretch panel is that it stretches to accommodate a calf, a wide calf, just choose the wide calf width, but then it is still somewhat snug and form-fitting, almost like a fabric shaft or an elastic shaft. And so you are getting a 16
the best of everything.
16-inch shaft. You are getting either the cognac or the black. You're getting on your screen a little bit more than $1 a day easy pay. All leather. Wide calf, very popular and more limited. And then, of course, easy pay is terrific. There's about an inch difference between the medium and the wide calf, but then you get so much extra roominess because of that mesh stretch back panel. We have.
And then what about?
Go ahead.
What about the gorgeous like heel height on this?
I know.
The gorgeous way that this leather is lasted. I mean, this is like, I think the sweetest heel height on a riding boot. It's not terribly high, but it does give you the lift. It does give you that forward suspension that you want from like a little bit of a lift, right? Sometimes if the boot is too flat, it looks good, but you can't walk as easily. This you will walk so easily. All of this comfort padding in the toe bed, all of this heel cradling comfort padding in the heel, the beautiful little zipper pulls. I mean, everything about this just screams designer, but also like comfortable.
All right, 350 ordered. We only have a couple hundred remaining in each choice. That would be the medium calf and the wide calf, the cognac and the black. We have one item left in the show.
I adore them.
And woo, has it